One operator took his grandfather's small town barbecue restaurant and turned it into the #2 food truck in America. From family tradition to national recognition, his story proves that passion and persistence can build a profitable food truck business. Today, we'll share his journey. We'll give you your monthly farm and fuel update, a community hot take, and a pumpkin plan breakdown of what makes this truck unstoppable.
You didn't start your food business just to get by. You started it to build something delicious, profitable, and yours. This is Tasty Margins Weekly, because great flavor deserves a healthy bottom line. If you run a food truck, manage a catering crew, or hustle in the takeout game, this show's for you. Each week we dig into trends, tools, and tactics that help food operators make smarter moves and fatter margins without the fluff. Let's join our host, Mike Bryan, an operations guy with a quality mindset. Let's get into this week's episode.
Let's jump into it with the farm and fuel update. Once a month here on Tasty Margins, we give you the latest on food and fuel costs. Key takeaways: beef and pork remain elevated compared to pre-pandemic norms, but chicken is steady, offering a cost-friendly menu option. Grains, softness continues to provide relief on feed and input costs, a benefit for operators who rely on proteins. And finally, fuel prices are stable with a slight upward trend, giving food truck operators a small win on mobility and generator use. Let's move on to spotlighting the food truck of the week. This week, we focus on Jim's Smokehouse in Austin, Texas. Led by owner and pitmaster Brad Yerkes. Brad grew up in South Austin, spending summers with his grandparents in Rockport. His Papaw, Jim, ran a barbecue restaurant from 1970 to 1985, and those summers of smoking meats left a lifelong imprint. Brad eventually trained at the Culinary Institute of America, and then he returned to Austin, and after years of working in kitchens and raising a family, finally launched his own version of Jim's Smokehouse. Jim started in the Marshall Ford Food Market near Mansfield Dam in Texas, operated there for about 4.5 years, and now has moved north into the Rock House Trailer Park, a higher traffic spot with more collaboration opportunities. His signature dish is the De Leon taco, smoked brisket, avocado, pico de gallo, tomatillo sauce, and a cotija cheese, easy for me to say. Customers love it because it blends classic Texas brisket with bright, fresh flavors that make it stand out. Other menu favorites include baby back ribs, a 2-meat plate with sides, and for dessert, a key lime pie. Brad admits to the struggle is his space. It's the toughest challenge. A trailer kitchen demands efficiency and organization to maintain the quality and consistency customers expect. The win, as Jim says, it's FaceTime with customers. He takes orders, cooks the food, and serves it himself, giving guests the kind of personal touch that builds loyalty and nostalgia. And his pro tip is just that. One of the best parts, he says, is about being a food truck is the customer interaction. I'm taking the order, I'm cooking it, delivering it, and building a relationship. And that's why, as a food truck owner, they keep coming back. It's not only the food, but it's building a culture. Moving over to this week's community hot take. This week's community hot take comes to us straight from the Reddit subreddit of r/food trucks, where a new operator was asked the question, how long should my menu be as I'm just starting out? Now, the consensus on this comes from experienced owners on the Reddit thread, who are saying, hey, most agree that 4 to 6 items is ideal. Enough variety to satisfy, but not so many that prep, storage, and execution get overwhelming. Some noted that if those 4 to 6 items share ingredients, you can build additional sides or specials without expanding the core menu. The takeaway: start small, master your best dishes, and then expand as you get better. The pumpkin plan breakdown for this week is, let's take Jim's Smokehouse through the lens of the pumpkin plan. Who is their ideal customer? Locals in Austin who crave authentic, consistent Texas barbecue with a personal touch. Families and neighbors who appreciate face-to-face interaction with the Pitmaster. What's their unique innovation? Blending generational smokehouse tradition with chef-level culinary training. The De Leon taco is a great example because brisket reimagined as a handheld street food. Do they have their system running smoothly? Brad admits efficiency is the challenge, but he's built his operation around maximizing a small trailer space while personally managing quality control. The system works because he's hands-on, but long-term growth may depend on training staff to carry the same standard. In pumpkin plan terms, Jim's Smokehouse has found its sweet spot. The right customer, a unique innovation or value, and a system that consistently delivers time and again. Ever had a customer snap their fork in the middle of a rib plate or struggle with a brisket with a flimsy, bendy knife? Weak, medium-weight cutlery kills the eating experience and reflects bad on your brand. That's why Faithful Supply's heavy-duty plastic cutlery sets are built strong enough for brisket, ribs, and loaded sides. They don't bend, they don't snap, and they keep customers focused on the food, not on the frustration. One operator told us switching to these sets cut out complaints to zero. Guests even commented how much better the utensils felt. Want an update on your presentation and customer experience? Use code TASTY20 at checkout for 20% off. This week's tip of the week comes from the Facebook group Food Truck Questions, Training, and Tips. The tip is around preparing for fall festivals. Sandra C. says,
get signed up to be at pumpkin patches that do hay rides, fall winery tours, breweries bringing out their fall flavors, Christmas tree farms, holiday bazaars. It's busy season.
Want your truck featured next week? Comment below and we'll connect offline. And if you're looking for the same supplies in today's spotlight trucks rely on, check the link in the description for Faithful Supply's weekly special. And we'll see you next week on Tasty Margins Week.